So today I want to talk about becoming a husband. Okay, I noticed that a lot of men go from being a young man dating everybody to finding themselves or himself in his late 20s, early 30s, and suddenly wanting to find a wife and wanting to have the family. And what I see is that too many guys believe that they could go from, being a playboy, dating everybody, wanting more and more women, thinking that more is better than just wanting to settle down with one woman and thinking that that is going to work. And it's not going to work because what's going to happen is you will end up finding this person who you have an attachment, you're attracted to, and maybe checks all the boxes that you want, only to realize that within a few months of being with this person, you are again drawn to other women. That whole more is better, and it's like that thing with men that so many men feel like that something new is exciting, and that desire to conquer and to get more, to get the next girl, the next one, the pretty one, just that desire to get the next girl, and that drive, that testosterone that makes you want to get the next catch, and that comes back after you've been with this person for a few months. And what's happened is that you did not work. You did not unlearn all of these behaviors and patterns. If you are every week you're trying to be with somebody else, you're on social media, you're hitting people's inboxes, and you're going to the bar, and you're traveling and meeting women, and you're being promiscuous and sleeping with whomever you want to sleep with, and then you find that, well, I'm 33 now, it's time for me to settle down, or maybe this is getting old, you're not getting as many responses, or women are not as receptive. Whatever situation it is that gets you to the point where you're tired of the whole playing the games, and you want to settle down with this one woman, and you think you could do it. Oh, voila. With her, I like her. She's got everything that I want. Let me just be with her. And then you find that it's not that simple, because there is so much to unlearn. It's a whole process. Many times you need to actually hire a professional to walk you through the process of the new person that you are trying to become. And other times you have to just take time away from dating, 6 months from without dating, without sex, and really realigning yourself with this new person that you are trying to be. And it's almost like a detox of your thought process and your current patterns for you to get to the point where you are a husband. And the next thing that you want to do is you want to evaluate your behavior. Look at yourself on a daily basis, evaluate your day to day, and see if what you do on a day to day basis is, do you see a husband in what you do? As a man, when you're looking at yourself, do you see a husband? Are there men around you? Are there families around you, successful families around you, that you could look and see, how is this man who's a successful husband and father, look at his life and his behavior and what he does on a day to day basis, and look at you. Have you accomplished anything in life that really took effort? It took work. It took self sacrifice. It took self denial. Because this is what you will need in order for you to become a husband and a father. It's self sacrificing, self denial. It's no longer you. Now, when you have a baby at 3 in the morning crying, you have to tend to that baby. And then you also have to pay the bills. And you also have to wake up early in the morning and work. And you have to take care of your body. And you have to cook for yourself and for your family and make sure there's always food, the house is clean. It's just so much to do. What is the life that you're living right now? I mean, are you taking care of yourself right now? Are you cooking for yourself? Are you cleaning? Are you working and maintaining sustainable employment? Are you satisfied with the work and the job that you currently have or the life that you have? Are you willing and able to work two, three jobs if you have to? Because the time you get somebody pregnant, if this young lady is not able to work, which happens many times during pregnancy, if she's not able to work, are you able to take the handle and do whatever you have to do to provide for this child and for this woman that you're trying to marry? I mean, just take a good look and ask yourself, am I living a life, the life of a husband right now? Would I make a good husband? And look at the men around you who are husbands. And if you don't have men around you, which is the case for many of you, who are good, quality, successful husbands, then that in itself is a problem, because you are in an environment who has taught you throughout the years that being a husband, a father to one woman and to one family is not even, it's not even a goal. It's not even around you. It's not even something that you envision. Your subconscious brain has not seen that as a mode of operandum. That's not the end goal for your subconscious brain or mind, is to be and become a father and a husband. That's not it. Maybe it could be having many women, it could be traveling, it could be drugs, it could be running the streets, whatever it is that you've been surrounded by. The back of your brain, your subconscious mind, is that's the ultimate goal of what a man should be and a man is. So do you even have that healthy, successful man that you have grown up and seen? Is that something that you envision? Or does your subconscious brain, when the thought of being a husband and a father, does your subconscious brain shrinks at the thought of that? Oops, pushes away. That's not nice. That's not what that's not what I want to be. No, it's like thinking, what happens when you think about working 60 hours a week or 80 hours a week and being really tired and working a job that you don't like? What happens when you think about that? Your mind, your subconscious brain mind runs away from that. It creates anxiety, right? It's the thought of that. So is that happening to your subconscious mind the moment you think about becoming a husband or a father? Is your mind becoming anxious and pushing that away? Are you avoiding that because you've never seen that done or performed successfully around you? Fatherhood and husbandhood. So many things for you to really evaluate and sit down, take a note, take a journal, and start writing down. What have you accomplished? What are things that you've done that took really a lot of work for you to get there? Are you someone who just work whatever job you can find? You quit whenever, you wake up whenever, you eat whatever? If that's what you're living right now, then you may not have the set of qualities that are required to have a successful, long-lasting marriage and a successful, long-lasting fatherhood. And how do you feel about a child? How do you feel about being a nurturer, caring for somebody, a baby that cannot care for himself? Do you already have children? Have you had anyone impregnated? What happened with the women that you impregnated? Did it end up in abortion, miscarriage? Were you supportive to those women or the thought of them being pregnant? Because if you have women that you impregnated in the past and your course of action has been to not support them and maybe support them in getting rid of the pregnancy, then again, these are patterns that your brain has created and that you need to unlearn. So do you really have the unconditional love and the compassion, the discipline, the dedication to give yourself to one woman and in one family? I mean, if look at your life in the last 6 months, what have you been doing? Who have you been talking to? Do you have this one woman that you may be thinking about marrying? But what about all the other women? Have you truly disconnected from them? Have you stopped having conversations with women who you are attracted to, who you think about and you wish to be? Are you still communicating with them? Do you have the sneaky links and the friends with benefits and the hum girls from years ago? Do you still have that? Or are you on the opposite end where you don't have women friends at all and it's just you sleep with them and you're done and you don't even have friendships with any women besides sleeping with them? So I mean, it's so much to unlearn to get there. It's not going to happen when you just, again, I see a lot of men doing that. And it's not going to happen where you hoping that the next girl you meet is going to be the one, or maybe you already have this person who has enough qualities for you to be the one. Maybe you're thinking about proposing or you propose to her. But you still have all the other girls, all the other women. And if somebody texts you tonight, they're trying to be with you sexually, you would not decline that. Or maybe you decline it today, but you would not decline that 3 months ago. So if 3 months ago you were still doing that, then it's gonna take time. It's going to take time because what's gonna happen is you're gonna end up getting married, and it's just the same thing. Another woman, same you, and eventually you're gonna go down a same path of promiscuity and finding whomever you find attractive, trying to be with this person. You're gonna be bored. You're gonna be tired. You're gonna be dissatisfied. So ask yourself the question: am I living today a life that is the life of a husband? Do I have the qualities of a husband? Do I have what it takes, self-sacrifice and the detachment from what I want and thinking of what my family wants? Do I have those abilities? And if you don't, then it's time to really unlearn. And that's really what I want you to take. Unlearn. You have to forget and start over. New patterns need to be created. So this is an open-ended question for you men who are thinking about getting married and settling down and having a family. Observe your life, your behavior. Ask yourself the question or the questions. Do you have what it takes? Write down what it takes to be a successful husband, and write down the things that you have that already qualify you for the position that you were trying to obtain. And then write the things that are not, it should not be in this new life that you are trying to start. And much prayer, much thought, and dedication. I know that it's going to take time, but there's beauty in having a loving one woman for the rest of your life. There's beauty, there's rest, there's peace, right? But are you willing to welcome that peace of being with one person? So it's time to start over, retrain your brain. All right? So you know what to do. Subscribe, like, and share. All right? Talk to you later.